All right, guys, welcome back to Keeping It 100. Today, we're going to be talking about a very important topic that is starting to trend more nowadays, and that is that a lot of people, mostly younger people, are starting to start this little uprising of people, citizens versus police, purposely going against the police.
Lie, right, guys? If this guy places me in cuffs, I am gonna have his job. His qualified immunity is gonna go out the door. I'll take it. Okay. I'm standing right here. Now you tell me to. Nice try. Nice try, scumbag. Go away. Write your stupid fucking ticket, scumbag.
Like, kind of talk to police any old kind of way and do different things like that, and they do it based upon using the constitutional rights. And that's totally fine in a legitimate situation where you're dealing with the police, where you can and should use your constitutional rights. Those rights that I'll try to include some at the end of this video that's important to know. But at the end of the day, man, it's some people take it to another level.
Touch me either. You better back the fuck up away from me.
Don't come on over here illegally detaining people. You gotta have reasonable suspicion to detain somebody. Don't you know that? Hey, you ain't detaining nobody.
I ain't listening.
You ain't detaining nobody. This is consensual. You understand me?
Okay, keep that light out of my face.
You understand me? You keep your light out of people's face. I have the right to shine my light. Sucker.
Not in my face.
Sucker, it ain't in your face. And yes, I do. Yes, I do have the right. Bye. Dismissed. Hey, stay. Hey,
right now.
You can't take nobody to jail. I can promise you that. Hey, who are you, man? Who are you? Come here. Give me some ID. Come here.
Give me your name, pig.
You're being detained, man. Let me see your identification.
Oh, even up play here a little bit.
Even it up. No, that ain't. Hold up. But it's not even yet, though.
To try to provoke the police, okay, that's not a wise thing to do. That's a stupid thing to do. Or play around with the police. That's a foolish thing to do, because police are some of the people who got the most biggest egos on this earth, and some police are in control of themselves and some police are not. And all the way up until recent days, that's why it's a very wonderful thing that now police are required to wear body cameras and dash cameras, and majority of people nowadays have cell phones to record, because the tape doesn't lie. And back in the day, the police used to lie because it wasn't on video, so they could say whatever they want to say and would get away with it. But, the Rodney King situation was the first one that started to change that trend. All that being said, there's no way that I would recommend anyone purposely trying to try the police. Okay, so with all that saying, let's get into this video. This video starts off where a police officer, I believe his name is Masters, police officer Masters, and the person that he's pulling over is Royce or something along those lines. And he's following the car, and he states that he believes the car has a warrant on it. So he's following the car, and then he finally gets around to pulling the car over. Okay, and the car pulls over, complies, it doesn't run or anything like that. It could have been that he might have been looking at the tinted windows. Sometimes when police get into troubles, they start to make up different stuff. But regardless, he said the reason he pulled it over because he believed the car had a warrant on the plates. Okay, so he pulls the car over, and everything is going protocol. You can't really too much knock him. That's what he's, whether what he said is true or not is questionable, because I think this turned out to be like a 16-year-old kid or 17-year-old kid or something like that. So I don't think he would have had a warrant for his arrest, but you never know. All right, so he pulls the guy over, and he walks to the side of the car, and he asks the guy to roll the window down. And this is where everything pretty much went wrong.
Roll all the way down. I can't hear you. You gotta roll all the way down. You can't hear me? Roll it all the way down. I can hear you. Roll it all the way down. For what? Is this one open? Huh? Yeah, what are you doing? Get out. For what? Out. Now. For what? Out. Hey, am I under arrest? Get out. Am I under arrest? Out. I'm gonna pull you if you don't get out. Pardon me a second. Get out. You really want to get tased right here in the middle of your car? What? Get your ass out now.
I haven't done anything, officer.
Out.
I haven't been under arrest.
Yes.
Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest?
Come out of the car.
Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? Am I under arrest?
Give me your hand. You're under arrest.
For what?
Yeah.
For what?
Get your ass
For
out of the
what?
car. All right, fine. Fuck it. Just get out. Out.
What?
Out right now. Out of the car. Out of the car. Taser deployment. On the ground. Out of the car. On the ground. On the ground. Ah! I told you. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Stand up. Walk. You don't like to play by the rules, do you?
And the reason why I say everything went wrong, because this kid decides that he's going to try to police. He's probably watched one YouTube video too many, and he feels he's going to try to police and not do what he's telling him or he's asking him to do. And in all fairness, I think this police officer is a total piece of shit. Okay, but in a little bit of his defense, he was somewhat provoked. And you guys, you got to understand, man. You don't know what some of these police officers have been through in their life. Some of these police officers may have been involved in shootouts. Police officers might have been involved in who knows what, man. There's a lot of situations where, police get killed and police get, beat up, and, there's tons of that happening as well. But, so he doesn't know, like I was saying, he doesn't know. So he's, playing around with this police officer. And the police officer, after he's one of those police officers that you can tell is not about to play those type of games. I don't agree with that. He should have been more professional, but he took it to another level. He went from like 0 to 100 real quick. Wasn't playing around with the kid at all. So he goes around to the other side of the car to, extract him out of the car, which first and foremost, he really in some ways can't legally do that, unless he has a warrant or had probable cause, or so that was a violation right there, so it's a two-sided sword. The cop did a lot of things incorrectly, and the passenger also did a lot of things incorrectly. I mean, just as if he had just let his window down at first and just went along, gave him his driver's license, he would have, probably, like I say, probably pulled him over for tinted windows or just trying to write a miscellaneous ticket. He could have just, whatever, went to court, fight it, and been done with it. But he wanted to try the police, and he tried him, and he tried him, and he pushed him to the limit to where he felt, maybe the police officer felt that this 16-year-old kid was some type of threat. But I think it was more that it was just his ego getting tested. So he went to yank the kid out of the car. And to be totally honest with you, I don't think this police officer was very strong, because he couldn't yank a little skinny kid. The kid couldn't have weighed no more than 130 pounds, and he wasn't able to extract him out of the car. So what he did, obviously, is he went to a more stronger force, which he shouldn't have done. It wasn't a situation I feel that warrant that, but so he went, after he couldn't extract him out the car, he went for his taser, and he aimed a taser at him. And, I gotta be, I can't be one-sided. He gave him an opportunity, told him to get out the car with the taser, pointed to him. Then he tried to drag him out. So he pointed the taser at him. He still didn't want to comply with what he was asking him to do. I mean, the police officer could have just been trying to get him out of the car so he could check him for weapons and different things of that nature. He said he smelled marijuana in the car. Whether that's true or not, who knows? If so, the kid could have been geeked and just not thinking correctly. You never know. So anyway, at the end of the day, he finally decides to just go ahead and tase the guy. And once he tases him, to get him out of the car for whatever reason, he's getting him out the car. This is where the police officer severely outstepped his boundaries, because once the guy was on the ground, he could have took control of him and just, whatever he was trying to do with him, he could have did him at that point. But the police officer, I guess he got some kind of pleasure out of tasing the guy. He grabbed his phone and he threw his phone and just, a lot of stuff that was messed up. The guy was on the ground. He wasn't putting up any type of fight. And he just sitting there having fun tasing the guy or whatever, and he tased him so much the kid went out conscious. He was totally out conscious, but he decided to handcuff him. So a person is out conscious because he's been tased for too long, and just a total disregard for human. Even though the kid was being a jackass in some kind of ways, this kid didn't deserve that type of treatment. And then for him to drag him over and just slam his face into the ground, and from what I understand, that broke his jaw, and that really totally knocked him out conscious. The kid was pretty much gone, and that drop actually caused brain damage to the kid. And at the end of the day, man, it's just an ego thing, man. Unfortunately, it's an ego thing with police officers. So guys, man, when you out there, man, don't be that person to be trying to police for unnecessarily. Now, if you feel like a police officer is trying to do something that's illegal, or trying to that's breaking your just legitimately breaking your constitutional rights, then by all means you should take proper precaution. What he could have did, the smart thing, if he was going to resist, he should have locked his doors and he should have let his windows up if he was going to resist, which he shouldn't have, but he didn't. I mean, the story could go on and on and on and on and on. But the main thing I want to pull from this as a way for people to learn from this mistake that this passenger made, as well as this police officer made, is when you get pulled over, guys, just go ahead and just, comply. If they ask you for your driver's license, give your driver's license. If they ask you for insurance, give him or her your insurance. If they ask you something reasonable, a reasonable question, just answer the question. And as long as that police officer treats you with respect, you should also treat that police officer respect, and vice versa. And for police officers, as long as the passenger is being respectful, you should also be respectful back. All that being said, appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for the next video. As promised, we got the Bill of Rights here for you guys that may not know it. All right, see you in the next video. Peace.